And we have up here on ley lines in the top right, Astrea. And in the bottom left, we have Clem. Okay. Now... I guess, okay, let me set the stage for this, okay? Clem's the best player in the world right now. Astrea, you can argue as the second best Protoss. You might want to add max packs in that, then call him third best Protoss. I think it's pretty clear that Hero is better than Astrea. It's not super clear anyone else is other than max packs, but he doesn't play LAN tournaments, right? So there's that caveat. So, you know, he's definitely one of the best Protoss in the world, but Clem definitely is better. And it's not just a Taran thing. I think Clem is just, you know, he's one of these young, unbelievably fast, unbelievably strong players. And I think he'd be a very strong pro with any race. So we should keep that all in mind, that Clem would be favored here on the previous patch, on this patch, really anywhere, probably a bit favored against Astrea. Okay, so with that out of the way, what are we expecting to see? Overcharge can't be utilized, right? So you can't just kind of hold on against some of these earlier pushes. One of my first thoughts with that is some of Bjorn's terrible builds that have been terrible forever that he keeps doing, like 3 racks play, where he does 3 racks and just makes a bunch of units and pushes. I mean, I've been talking shit on that build for 12 years, and he still does it. And I think it's going to start working because there's not going to be any overcharge. And he's going to be like, see, I told you. And it's like, okay. But I'm just thinking about things like that. Unit-heavy early pushes are going to probably be stronger because the energy recharge won't do too much against that. What can you utilize early for an early push with that? 2 more force fields? Is 2 more force fields going to be the game changer you need it to be? I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. We'll see, I guess. I don't know if that's what Clem will end up going for or anything, but these are just some of my initial thoughts on ways that this new patch could turn out. So the, you know, just, this is standard early game stuff. A little bit of scouting on both sides. He actually finishes a shade here. Not that common that you see this get in. Very nice micro. Might get 2 SCVs here. Ooh! Really not bad. This is some high quality scouting plus 2 SCVs. That was an excellent usage of that adept. Excellent. Blink is on the way. Sentry coming up. Looks like third base going to be made instantly. Wow, that is a very, very fast third base. Kind of cool play here. You don't normally see builds quite like this. You know, there's like 1-gate blink third base builds. Like, that's a very greedy way to do it. Is he making another Nexus? No. Couldn't be. That would not make sense. Okay, Robo comes up. Again, a little bit of a late Robo. The first medevac just popped, so we're going to have a drop coming out, and he actually scouts it really quickly with this Phoenix. Now, remember, with the recharge, he can make more of these Phoenixes. We already saw Astrea do something like this tonight, where he followed around an Oracle, like, consistently. So that might be something he wants. Now, look at this. He comes out to intercept. This is a brilliant move from Astrea. Dude. You have to be kidding me. Astrea is actually just one of the smartest StarCraft 2 pros in the world. Like, this made so much sense, okay? He's showing us some of the things you can do with recharge that I think a lot of people haven't thought of. He's utilizing hallucinations to track what's happening, follow it, and then it's like, well, they burrow? No problem. I can make 4 probes for 50 energy or whatever. Ridiculously smart. So he stomped Clem's build with like 3 or 4 units. Stomped. Damn, that was cool. That was very, very cool. Now Astrea is sitting here on 3 bases, 55 probes to 44 SCVs. Suddenly, battery overcharge is not something you got to think about, is it? Just a great position. No, if he blinks up there. Sometimes you see him upgrading on the tech labs and you're like, ooh, I could blink up there and get that. Don't do it, Astrea. Bad idea. Bad idea. All right, pulls back, takes a bit of hull damage. Not the end of the world. Just the fact that he has 3 bases up and saturated this well this quickly is really fantastic for Astrea right now. Okay, the Raven coming in, dropping an auto turret, so that will get a few probes, probably 3 or 4. Yeah, Astrea doesn't even try to run there, just gives him the 4 probes. Colossi on the way, as well as charge. Okay, more upgrades coming in for Clem. Pushes out here a bit. Ooh, that's painful. Yeah, loses every single stalker, tries to get some out. That's really unfortunate. That's a big chunk of his army gone. That was a big, big significant chunk. Thermal Lance is not quite done, but almost. Or the Colossus does have a little bit more health now, but less shields. Ugh! Tank gonna just slaughter that, but the Immortal helps out, and he does clunk through there. Still okay. Has charge. 4th Nexus coming up. Astrea playing like a very like aggressively expanding game. I'm loving how Astrea is playing this. I really am. Okay, well, Clem now just going to kill his whole army. Don't worry, he'll run back to the shield. Oh, wait a minute. Backs up here. Lots of little scuffles. You do have to be careful on some of these smaller scuffles. Oh, wow, that is a big charge lock counterattack. Astrea trying to get much further ahead now. Looks like a auto turret's going to be coming down onto that 4th base. No probes there yet, though, so maybe not the right time. Yeah, rotates over to the 3rd. Okay, doesn't lose too much. 2-1 upgrades coming up here for Astrea. Ghosts going to be on the way. Wow. It's quite the game right now. Like, the game is just looking like pretty normal overall. Not really seeing anything else come into it that was really patched at the moment. Some pretty good Raven harassment throughout, so that's kind of nice, I guess. Okay, so we see really great vision right now from Astrea. Very good spread of pylons, spreading out some of his zealots. Some good movement of his army here. Observer coming in to take a little peek. Clem much more in his area. Throwing down some additional missile turrets. Try to block any prisms from coming in. That looked weird. I thought it was lag, but he just hit hold position. That was cool. I like that. So he clears that and then just runs away. There was like, he wanted to very quickly hit, but as soon as Clem sees that, you know he's moving. So I think it's not a bad choice for Astrea to just turn around and then come back later. All right, Observer comes up into a nice position to watch this army. And look at this. Astrea moving with his main army in one direction, the charge lots in another. The charge lots do have to turn around again. They eat some mine hits. Oh yeah, don't forget, sensor towers are smaller now, but cheaper. Oh my god, this flank. He almost got a perfect flank there. Excuse me, if he had gotten that flank off, he would have killed that army so badly. As is, though, a little bit harder. You can see right now the Vikings doing a great job against his Colossi. It's funny, the little expansion spots are all like these glowing purple little star things. Like, yeah, that's where I want to build my house. It's right on that. I'm sure there won't be any issues. All right, so kind of whiffs with that one. Charges in now. Some good kiting back there from Clem. Gets good EMP off there as well. Kiting just a little bit too strong. Astrea doesn't have the damage output he needs. Astrea here with these disruptors. Don't forget, disruptors are going to deal less damage. You're not going to one-shot marauders, but they do have a slightly wider radius now. So a little bit of a nerf, a little bit of a buff. Speed Prism does get past. Nice. And here we go. A huge flank of charge lots. And he has to actually send his disruptor balls to the side so he doesn't end up losing all of his zealots. The Vikings, in the meantime, do knock out that Warp Prism before it can get some significant damage done. We're actually in a great game right now. Astrea taking a lot of bases here. Clem is on 4 bases, which is pretty darn solid. Ooh, very good disruptor hit there. Another one comes in, gets just 1 unit. All right, ooh, a very good one right there. Takes 2 to kill those marauders, as you can see. Definitely a big difference there. Yeah, the disruptor's doing a great job of zoning everything out. Astrea at a big advantage here against Clem. Yeah, there has been a change to the Liberator as well. When you get the... It no longer has range. Instead, it has radius buff. So some big disruptor balls coming out. You can see, again, the Marauders living through that. Definitely make it a different feel. That is a lot of disruptors, though. Seems like Astrea is liking the new disruptor. All right, another big attack in here from Astrea, sending out so many disruptor balls. Holy shit, just everywhere. That was kind of like old school panic disruptor shots, where you know you're sending out too many, but you're like, oh shit, he's coming. Let's hit him. All right, he is getting a few hits here and there. Clem with the EMP trying to pick these off. GG is called. Astrea takes game number 1 with the weak race.
Caney7 has rated with 6 viewers. We apologize for what you are about to experience.
Thank you, Caney. Hope you had a good stream. Appreciate it.
Zerg living the high life in Monaco with all its prize money.
I'd like to go to Monaco sometime. That would be a cool place to visit. All right, we're going to the next game, guys. I think we're ready. Oh, he's in the bathroom? Okay. I could really go for some delicious beef. Aroni right now. I need to figure out how to ditch all these losers so I can throw that can of beef Aroni straight into the microwave. I bet this Mongoloids put that shit in a bowl. First, damn degenerates.
Wow, that's some great vision. Wow, more great vision. I've never seen vision like this. Let's us see here. Alt plus F4. Perfect. That's all the vision I need.
Brood war, dirt and witch. Brood war, dirt and witch. Brood war, dirt and witch. Brood war, dirt and witch.
These towers are a little smaller. It doesn't matter. Zerg is hamstrung and will never be the same.
Zig has been destroyed. Zig has been destroyed. Zig has been destroyed. Zig has been destroyed.
Do you hear me, Artosis? We are Ayaya and we are proud. 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 We are Ayaya and we are proud.
Thanks. Here we go, guys. Game number 2. We're on Snowpiercer. And we have Liquid Clem here in the bottom left.
Admin just
Oh.
resubscribed for 38
Thank you.
months / next year's as a Winerato Pock.
I hope so, man. Would be a lot of fun. Appreciate it. And in the top right, we have Astrea. So we're on Snowpiercer. It's kind of an interesting movie. Kind of a weird. Kind of freaked me out a little bit watching it. I wish I had an engine that only my children could work on. Feels like it would make them feel very needed, very useful. Now, I haven't really seen this map as of yet. Looks kind of cool. I like the tile set. We'll take a look at it a little bit closer here in a minute. But yeah, the first game was neat. I really enjoyed the tracking of everything. The mass usage of hallucination was very, very cool. And just taking a little pan of the map. Oh, this is kind of an interesting double ridge in the bottom right and top left. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Oh, it's like kind of 2 connected bases for a later game. Could make some interesting battles in those areas. And then a lot of emptiness below here. Okay. I mean, it's not too wild. Like StarCraft 2 maps have like some kind of general patterns that you tend to see, but I like it. It's kind of cool. So factory here for Clem. Very interested to see if Astrea once again goes for a pretty quick sentry. Charges it up and gets that kind of excellent scouting and tracking. Okay, this game he's going for Stargate, so I'm assuming he's going to charge his Oracle right away. That makes a lot of sense. I wonder, maybe you could make Phoenix and charge the Phoenixes up. Go over and kill more more SCVs with them. I don't know. Astrea has lots of ideas though. He's definitely an ideas Protoss, so he'll have something planned out here. Nice windsock there. Now, you can see that even this map is a bit imbalanced. All the wind is blowing towards the Protoss base, which is going to give the Taran a speed up and slow down the Protoss as they try to attack. Map makers can't help themselves. All right, so Reaper Hellion coming up. Looks like a TVT opener here. Might get some potential big damage. He does have a very high energy Oracle right now to help out. Nice micro there. And he does parry him with that Oracle instantly, so that's kind of nice. Comes in again. Clem with some pretty good harassment here. I love how he's splitting units off immediately. Each time. He is losing them, though. Yeah, almost time for that charge to come back. Clem definitely taking a very different approach this game, but so is Astrea. Now that third Nexus coming up pretty quickly here from Astrea once again. Clem at least scouts it very quickly, and here he comes with the Siege Tank Marine push. All right, Astrea gonna scout that pretty quickly. Okay, does see it, tags. Can he actually prevent death to this third Nexus? I don't think he can. I think Clem has enough. Maybe if you pick off that tank really fast. No, he didn't. He didn't. If he moved forward instantly there, I feel like there's a possibility he kills the first tank, and then maybe he can whittle everything down, but 2 tanks is too much. You got to cancel the Nexus. It's just too much. Good try, I guess. New third Nexus location comes up. All right, Blink is done. Rotating down. He's actually kind of getting caught a little bit here. All right, Storm on the way. Charge as well. And it really does seem like with the recharge ability, if you aren't focusing, that was a great split of attack on the 2 most damaged Stalkers from Clem. He's so fast. But the recharge ability really seems like it plays towards High Templar tech. You really need overcharge to keep Colossi alive for defense. Which is, so it feels like it's kind of forcing Colossi-based defenses away, and it's getting the High Templar-based defenses back. So, like, for instance, if you warp a High Templar in and then charge it immediately, that's 2 storms. As opposed to Kadara and Amulet, where, like, when that existed, you'd have 1 storm as the High Templar warped in. So it has some strength to it. There are interesting ideas. For sure. And I think you are going to see that too, because he hasn't warped in High Templars yet, but Storm just finished. So now he can warp in a High Templar and get 2 storms at any time. This would definitely be something I have prepared. Oh, he actually does have a few. Never mind. Oh, the Oracle actually having a little bit of damage there as the Marines all went away. Gonna make a little group of charge lots. Just needs to move before the Nexus dies. All right, 1 Side Storm goes down. The charge lot's going to do a great job here. Good split on those Stalkers. Yeah, he's going to kill everything. I'm definitely getting some interesting thoughts here about about the way these games are looking right now. Oh man. Those were rallied purposefully to the front because he couldn't send them to the third base during the siege, and then he forgot about them for a little bit. Anyways, the Oracle gets recharged, going to be sent back out onto the map. I love some of the utility we're seeing with the recharge. It's really fun. It's definitely more fun than watching battery overcharge. Again, the question goes down to, is it going to be something that's balanced well? But it's definitely very, very cool to see. You have this much energy on an Oracle, man. You can do a lot of scouting. There it is. Creature enchantment. Kills it off. All right, so we have some storms going down. Ghosts are starting to come out for Clem. Astrea is getting a fourth base. Don't forget his third did get canceled earlier on. So it's not as great a position as we had in Game 1 for Astrea. He is down in supply, but that's normal at this point in the game. It's normal for Taran to be up in army supply a bit right now. Astrea just has to work on taking good engagements here. An EMP could end up ruining his day, though. All right, this stim in at the fourth base. This is absolutely brutal. This is absolutely brutal. Losing a fourth base here is basically losing the game, I think. This doesn't feel like a position that you're going to be able to recover from. He makes another base up at the top. Okay, there's some good feedbacks. Really good feedbacks there. Blinks forward. He's trying to really get as much of a punish as he possibly can. Some good feedbacks all around. And does kill a few medevacs, kills a couple of the key units in there. I don't think he can completely crush. Like, there's enough Marauders in here that I think the trade won't go that well for him. You have to get the Psy Storms off on that as well. Clem just kind of micros his way back pretty well overall. Okay, so Clem is opening up the map a little bit here. Still keeping a lot of pressure on. A lot of this is coming down to EMP versus like feedback and Psystorm. Some Colossi are being joined in. Astrea is playing very, very well, I have to say. Oh, very good feedback. Very quick feedback there as well. Now, Clem is maxed out. He's putting a lot of pressure on. He's going to kill another Nexus. And this is the problem. He's outmaneuvering Astrea pretty significantly. And Astrea can't just keep losing Nexuses here. Because Clem is on a very steady growth rate. He's on 4 bases right now. Astrea is having a hard time keeping bases up. Like every time he makes a new base, he loses a base. Definitely not a good situation to be in. He's moving forward. He has quite a few Archons mixed in here as well. Oh, Stalkers and a Colossus getting caught, unfortunately. Well, that's not good. Yeah, I think Clem is pretty much dominating at this point. Astrea still has, I think, enough to play with for a little bit, but he's lost too many bases. He's lost too many key units, and like he's scraping together defenses as Clem goes deeper in the map. But like Clem is keeping his macro up this entire time. He's floating over more command centers and everything. And even though like as we get closer to Astrea's bases, he's technically holding on, this doesn't mean that he's okay, because we're basically watching Astrea's entire army fight against a portion of Clem's army. Now look at this defense. Liberator, planetary defense. All right, all right. This is a cute warp and idea. Not gonna work. A lot of Archons in there. Yeah. Astrea really doesn't have anything left over. He's making a few Immortals. Immortals did get a nerf, so... Not sure how much that's going to really help. Oh, he wanted to go in there. A little bit of hemming and hawing. Or maybe that could have even been F2 drag click back, which made him take too many shots to actually fly over the turret anymore. Little zealot hiding under the tree. Two-thirds of Earth is covered by water. The other one-third is covered by a single liberator. That is the greatest I've ever seen. That's amazing. Oh my god. All right, so Clem just has too much here. It almost doesn't even matter. Like landed Vikings killing off charge lots and Immortals coming up. There are some good storms. Oh, wow. Astrea actually starts to swing the battle into his favor. If he hit one or two more good size storms, he actually could have killed this. Well, I guess as another round of charge lots come up, he is forcing it back. That's kind of crazy. Good engage from Astrea. Like that was... as much surface area as you ever could have gotten there. And Clem was... I felt like Clem was just, like, done with the game. Now we have the Liberator upgrade coming. So you're going to see what the new radius looks like, hopefully. Hopefully the game doesn't end before then, because that is something we want to see here. If it does cover 1/3 of the Earth. Yeah, no, it's not there yet. Not there yet. Are those just going to expand when this finishes? I wonder how that works. Yeah, oh, God, I hope he just sits there and watches. We've got 13 seconds. Please don't end. Please don't end. Jump back, jump back. Oh, he unsieges. That would have been a good visual. Okay, he's got the upgrade. Holy shit! It's like the mothership from Independence Day. It's like, what? That is huge. That is huge. Well, I'm glad. Taran needed more tools. Wow. Wow. Astrea is actually fighting so well. Like, it is ridiculous how well he's fighting, honestly. It has felt like he was on his last legs for, like, the last 5-6 minutes. And here he is, and he just keeps deleting armies, and he makes a new nexus. The thing is, he doesn't have any pressure across the map, so it's a little bit difficult. Dude! Not really. Now we can really see how big that is. I thought it looked big before, but there was a lot of shit going on. That... Oh my god. What am I even looking at? It literally covers everything. Careful, Astrea, as you run back to your natural, that liberator at your 5th base might start killing your units. GG. That was crazy. The liberator is crazy. God. That is crazy. I can't even believe that shit. Oh my god.
Elder Scrolls admin just resubscribed for 38 months / next year's ASL winner Artopog.
Oh yeah, we saw that. Thank you.
Ktmktisel just resubscribed for 61 months 3 months holiday ending resubbing. Now I have to have the stream in the background at work.
An insanely gorgeous woman named BW with a large
Thank you,
feminine
KT
chest.
McDizzle.
She's wearing a lacy, skimpy nightwear and has excessive cleavage. She's standing next to her ugly sister with a chromosomal disorder named SC2.
You're a fucking terrible person, Profane. You're a terrible person.
The Zerg Cabal sit in a post-apocalyptic stock exchange room, laughing hysterically at the vast wealth generated from deliberate, not subtle at all, insider trading. Protoss and Taran are seen outside the windows, shaking their fists in vain. They also look kind of homeless. Big sad.
We're going into game 3, guys. We're going into game 3, okay? We'll play more afterwards. Here we go. We're going into Whispers of Gold. And in the bottom right, we have Astrea. In the bottom, top left, we have Clem. All right. So far, I'm digging it. Yeah, this map looks cool. I'm enjoying the maps overall. The new maps look cool. Yeah, I'm gonna give kind of like after we're done the finals, I want to give a little review of my thoughts after seeing it, after seeing the games on this new patch. Because it's actually like I'm definitely developing some opinions about it now, right? Like I had my kind of initial opinions, and yeah, we're I guess as we see it play out with some of the very best players in the world, we can start to zoom in a little bit more. Obviously, this is very early and things can change a lot still. Just something to take into consideration. Okay, so this is a double gas opener here with a zealot from Astrea. So it looks like we are going to have maybe something a little bit cheeky coming out of him. Cybernetics Core going to be finishing up. We'll see what he goes for. Is it just going to be a Nexus and then pretty tech-heavy follow-up? I have seen a build like this before. I'm trying to think. It might have actually been Astrea that I've seen a build like this before. It's a pretty rare thing to see double gas Cybernetics Core. Of course, it's scoutless because you're trying to optimize everything as much as possible here. And if you're going to do a build like this, you can't also be scouting. So is that going to be a Stargate? Trading a little bit of the Nexus speed. What is it going to be? Stargate. Okay. Now, he actually did not charge this. It seems to me as if he was thinking about charging it, and he maybe accidentally chronoed the gateway. That was kind of the feeling I got from that. Sometimes you automatically do things. I can't say that for sure. Maybe that's not the case. Gonna go ahead, send a hallucinated Phoenix out there. When you see a hallucinated Phoenix here, you might assume that he has an overcharged sentry. So maybe that could surprise him when a charged Oracle comes. Possibly. I don't know. But I'd probably be thinking that. Like, oh, you got a sentry. Okay, makes sense. You wouldn't necessarily need to charge it. Okay, he actually just chronos. But maybe his natural Nexus, yeah. His natural Nexus has that additional energy if he wants it. Oh, it's a Phoenix. I'm sorry. I was totally not paying attention to that. So he'll probably go 3 Phoenix here, and he might end up charging. If you're going to charge just one, maybe you charge the last one. Let the energy build. You have to take into consideration the cooldown time of a minute for the actual ability itself. But yeah, like 3 Phoenix openings can get an okay amount of SCVs, but they run out of energy. You'd kill 2 more SCVs with that charge. And that's not nothing. Okay, here we go. Cyclone Marine Medevac attack coming up. No overcharge here. Keep that in mind. Oh my god, he takes a lot of damage on those Phoenixes. Manages it well. Manages it well. Okay, good breaking of most of the lockdowns here. Loses a Phoenix. Clem is actually just out-microing him a little bit, it feels like. Okay, goes ahead and double lifts. Goes after the medevac. Gets the medevac. Very nicely done. So he will end up clearing most of this, it seems. Good micro there from Clem. Trading as aggressively as he can. We haven't really seen big usage yet of this rechargeability. Comes a Liberator. Little bit of greediness here from Astrea. Trying to kite a bit with these stalkers. Ugh. Taking some big hits. Doesn't feel worth. All right, Phoenix is doing a pretty good job. Good repair there from Clem. All right, that was some very good pickups. In the meantime, Liberator doing its job here, even without the radius. It looks like Astrea is actually going around the maps, going across the map still. So, like, he's trying to bring this advantage even higher. I don't know if that's really going to end up working out here. Yeah, seems like there's more than enough. Astrea has that third Nexus up. I'm going to be honest, it's been kind of a fun back and forth early game with a lot of cool micro. But this feels to me like it's a big advantage towards Clem. Okay, Phoenix openers in general need to go into Colossi. Colossi is probably the most reliant on battery overcharge that you have. Because you can just power down a Colossi, right? You stim and you just target with some Marauders and stuff. And, like, you can just kind of kill it without the overcharge there. Like, how many PVTs have we seen where the Colossi is being overcharged with the battery and it's running backwards and it barely lives? A lot of games have looked like that. So I'm looking at these tech progressions and it's like Clem's is all very clean and very normal. And for Astrea, I'm like, I don't know. Like, we've had a lot of cool engagements and everything, some good tactics. But is he going to be able to get into his Colossus tech correctly here? Is he going to have enough units when Clem decides to come across the map? Maybe. We'll see. But it does... I don't know. It just looks to me like the position here of Clem is a bit better. Marine being very annoying. Killing that probe off and maybe canceling that pylon. Ghost Academy on the way. Templar Archives is coming up. A little bit later, though. All right, fourth Nexus comes up. Fourth CC is already on the way here for Clem. Okay, what we see here with the heavy Archon production, this is kind of like an older way to play where you just hit a timing attack with Archon Colossus. It is actually a very strong attack, but this is a pretty entrenched position. Yeah, that's not looking super hot for Astrea to attack into. I think he does have to back up. There's already ghosts in here as well, which will chunk the Archons for 100 with the EMPs, right? So tries to grind a little bit with the Colossi. Leads in with these Archons and a single Zealot. Okay, the Zealot's charged forward. Gonna kill off that siege tank. Okay, he's cleared a lot of the messy stuff, but he's lost a lot of his tanking power. He's got one Archon left. Another group of charge lots do come in. I don't think it works. Ooh, good juggle on that Colossi. Very excellent juggles. Ridiculous juggles. But without the Colossi consistent damage on that Bioforce, he's having a hard time. You can see, like, Clem is just out-controlling him a little bit, even though it's very good juggling from Astrea. Now, Astrea going to back up. He's going to go back home now. The attack didn't truly end up working. We're 68 SCVs to 74 probes, so he hasn't really damaged the economy. At the end of the day, he lost like maybe 2-3 Archons in there, as well as a couple Colossi. So, I mean, it doesn't feel like it truly did anything for Astrea. He has his fourth base up in mining, but so does Clem. So that generally isn't a good spot for Protoss, but if you get enough splash damage, you can grind it out. Single zealot scout here on the edge. That's so funny. You never really see that. Yeah, drops a single zealot out there to kind of tank a little bit of this. Clem just cleaning up the stuff on the side. Just little tiny scuffles here. Now, here comes a little attack in. Maybe we'll see the overcharge, recharge rather, defensively here. Psystorm is actually not ready, unfortunately. Almost ready. Not quite. Nice little drop here from Clem. Picking off some upgrades. Astrea comes up to clear it, and we have another attack on a Nexus. Oh, boy. Oh, take some damage on those Vikings. Yeah, just not enough units here from Astrea. Clem pulling away with the game right now. Drops the... Oh, boy. Kind of flanks him a little bit there by dropping down the Vikings. GG is called, and that means that Clem will move on to the finals. No big surprise there.